morning everyone, my name is Sri Wulasari NPM 251-821-0006. Today, I would like to tell you a mystery story called The Mystery of the Stolen Drawings. I hope you enjoy the story, so let's begin. The story begins with two friends, Natalie, an art historian, and Alice, a crime and mystery writer. They are spending their holiday in London. On the first day, they decide to visit Camden Market to look for antiques. While they are walking around, they enter a small antique shop owned by Robert Greene. Inside by shop, Natalie noticed three beautiful drawings. At first, they look like ordinary drawings, but after looking more carefully, Natalie suddenly realized that they are original works by the famous English painter William Turner. She is very surprised. These drawings should be in a museum or in a private collection, not in a small antique shop for only £100. Natalie and Alice asked Robert Greene where the drawing come from. Robert explains that a man brought them to his shop that very morning. His answer makes Natalie and Alice feel suspicious. They begin to think that the drawing may be stolen. Robert Greene promised to call his friend Michael Wright, an English art expert, to check whether the drawings are authentic. They agree to meet again the next day. Before leaving, Alice noticed a strange man inside the shop. He is tall and he is wearing a hat. Both Natalie and Alice feel that something is not right. However, they decide to leave and wait until tomorrow. The next morning, while staying at their hotel, they watch the news on television. Suddenly, the news presenter announced that three original William Turner drawings have been stolen from the private collection of a wealthy man named Lauren Windsor. Natalie and Alice immediately recognize the drawings. They are exactly the same as the saw in Robert Greene's shop. Without waiting, they rush back to the shop, but when they arrive, they discover that the shop has been broken into. Even worse, the Turner drawings have been stolen again. The police are already there. The investigation is led by Detective Smith. Alice tells Detective Smith about the mysterious man wearing a hat whom they saw the day before. Later, Natalie and Alice go to a cafe to discuss the case. They think there are two possibilities. The first possibility is the original thief didn't know the real value of the drawing. After watching the news, he came back and stole them again. The second possibility, someone else heard their conversation inside the shop and decided to steal the drawing, wanting to find the truth. Natalie and Alice go to Lauren Windsor mansion. There, they meet Lauren Windsor and his 12-year-old daughter, Mariana Windsor. Lauren offered a reward of £1,000 to anyone who can return the missing drawings. Alice asks about the security of the art collection. Lauren explained that only he has the key to the collection room, and he always wears it around his neck. And this is where the real investigation begins. After listening to Lauren Windsor, Natalie and Alice begin their investigation inside the mansion. They know that someone inside the house may have stolen the drawings, so Alice decides to interview every member of the household. The first person is Carly, the cleaner from Walls. Carly answered all the questions calm and say he know things about the thief. Next, they meet Arthur, the gardener from Poland. Natalie noticed that his glasses are broken. Although he looks nervous, he also said that he has nothing to do with the missing drawings. After that, they talked to Liz and Jacob, the elderly couple who work as the cooks. They have worked from the Windsor family for many years. They seem honest and they cannot provide any important clue. Then Alice interviewed Pauline, Mariana's nanny. Pauline explained that on the day of the thief, she traveled to Oxford to visit her parents. She believed that someone must have stolen the drawing while she was away. The last interview is with Daniels, the security guard from Portugal. He said that his job is to protect the house and he insists that he didn't see anything unusual. While Alice continues the interview, Natalie spent some time with Mariana. Mariana heavily saw her comic book collection. Natalie enjoyed looking at the comic until she noticed a small metal box. Inside, there is a rare comic called Little Nemo in Slumberland. Natalie asked, Mariana, where she got the comic and how much it cost? For a moment, Mariana looked uncomfortable. She avoided answering the question and quickly changed the subject. Natalie found the behavior quite strange. Later, Natalie and Alice decided to check the security cameras. They carefully watched the recording from the day of the thief. After reviewing the video, they discovered something important. Before 11:30 in the morning, only 3 people left the house. The first person was Pauline, who traveled to Oxford. The second was Lauren Windsor, who went to visit his friends. The third was an unknown person. The face cannot be seen because the person is wearing Kelly's coat and hat. These guys make it impossible to identify who it is. Natalie and Alice look at each other. They realize that the first thief must have known the house very well. It seems that the thief was planned by someone from inside. The Windsor family or someone working in the house. At this moment, their suspicions begin to fall on Pauline and even on Mariana. The mystery is becoming more difficult, but Natalie and Alice are determined to discover the truth. To be continued. After leaving the Windsor mansion, Natalie and Alice cannot stop thinking about the case. There are still many questions and very few answers. As they walk through the streets of London, Alice suddenly sees the mysterious man wearing the hat. He is the same man they saw inside Robert Green's shop. Look, Alice said. There he is. Without hesitation, Natalie and Alice start chasing him. The man walks quickly through the market, then he turns into a narrow alley. Natalie and Alice continue following him. Finally, the man enters a bookshop. Inside the bookshop, they finally have a chance to speak with him. The mysterious man introduced himself. He said that he belongs to a secret organization called the Historians Club. He explains that the organization investigates mysteries related to art and history. Before Natalie and Alice can ask more questions, the mysterious man suddenly disappeared. Neither of them understand how he escaped. Confused, they leave the bookshelf. As they continue walking, they unexpectedly see Pauline at the market. Natalie and Alice are surprised. They speak to one of the sellers. The seller tells them that Pauline often comes to the market. However, she never buys anything. She only walks around, look at things, and then leaves. This information makes Natalie and Alice even more suspicious. They decide to return to Robert Greene's shop once again. This time, Robert Greene finally tells the truth. He admits that the person who brought the Turner drawing to his shop was not a man. It was a woman. She had black curly hair and green eyes. Natalie and Alice immediately realize that the description matches Pauline. The next day, they return to Lauren Winsor's house. Everyone is gathered inside the living room. Lauren, Mariana, Carly, Arthur, Liz, Jacob, Pauline, Daniel, and Detective Smith are all there. Alice take a deep breath. She look at everyone and say, "We know who the thief is." Before Alice can continue, something unexpected happens. Mariana Windsor suddenly starts crying. She cannot hide the truth any longer. Mariana confesses everything. She admits that she stole the Turner drawings. She secretly took her father's key to the collection room. She wore Carly's coat and hat so the security camera will not recognize her. Then she took the drawing to Robert Greene's shop. Why did she do it? Why did she do it? Mariana explained that Robert Greene promised to give her the Rory comic Little Nemo in Slumberland in exchange for the drawings. Her father had refused to give her money to buy more comics, so she made a terrible decision. Lauren Windsor is completely shocked. He cannot believe that his own daughter stolen the valuable drawings. However, after hearing the whole story, he forgives Mariana. She realized her mistake and promised never to do such a thing again. Although the first mystery has been solved, there is still another problem. Someone stole the drawing from Robert Greene's shop. That person is still free. The investigation is not over. To be continued. After Mariana's confession, everyone believes the mystery has finally been solved. But Detective Smith is not completely convinced. There is still one important question: who stole the Turner drawing from Robert Greene's shop? Natalie, Alice, and Detective Smith return to the Quantic shop. They decide to question Robert Greene once again. At first, Robert Greene repeats the same story. He said that he did nothing wrong. But after more questions, his story begins to change. Finally, Robert admits that he lied. He said that the person who brought the drawing to his shop was Mariana. He explained that he hid the truth because he felt sorry for the young girl. Detective Smith listened carefully. Something still doesn't sound right. Then another discovery changed everything. Robert Greene had said that he called his friend Michael Wright to examine the drawings. However, when they contact Michael Wright, he gives a surprising answer. He said that he never received any phone call from Robert Greene. Detective Smith checked the phone records, the result is clear. Robert Greene never called Michael Wright, not even once. Now, everyone knows that Robert Greene has been lying, not just once, but several times. Natalie and Alice begin to think carefully. If Robert lied about the phone call, what else was he hiding? Slowly, the pieces of the mystery begin to fit together. They realize that Robert Greene might actually be the second thief. He knew the drawings were valuable. He waited for the right moment. Then he stole the drawing from his own shop. But he also needed a way to escape without being suspect. So, he sent Natalie, Alice, and Detective Smith to Newcastle, telling them that Michael Wright was attending an art festival there. It was nothing more than a distraction. While they were away, Robert Greene planned to disappear with the drawing. As soon as they released the truth, Natalie and Alice and Detective Smith know they have very little time. If Robert Greene has escaped, he could sell the China drawing at any moment. Without wasting another second, they prepare to return to London. The investigation has entered its most dangerous stage. The real case is about to begin. To be continued. As soon as they realize they have been ticket, Detective Smith, Natalie, and Alice leave Newcastle immediately. They hurry back to London. They know that every minute is important. If Robert Greene escapes, the Turner drawing may disappear forever. When they arrive in London, they begin searching for Robert Greene. Suddenly, Natalie points towards a man running along the street. It is Robert Greene. He is carrying a briefcase. Detective Smith shouts, "Stop!" But Robert Greene doesn't stop. Instead, he runs even faster. His dramatic case begins through the streets of London. Natalie, Alice, and Detective Smith follow him on an electric bicycle. People move out of the way as the case continues. Robert Greene looks back. He realizes they are getting closer. In desperation, he suddenly takes a gun out of his pocket. He points the gun at Natalie and Alice. For a moment, everything becomes silent. Then, something unexpected happens. Pete, the taxi driver who had been hired by Robert Greene, appears. Without hesitation, Pete picks up a baseball bat. He swings the bat and hits Robert Greene on the head. Robert Greene falls to the ground. The gun drops from his hand. Detective Smith quickly arrests him. Natalie opens the briefcase. Inside, she finds the 3 Turner drawings. At least the missing drawings have been recovered. The long investigation is finally over. Robert Greene is taken away by the police. He will face justice for his crimes. Natalie and Alice look at each other. After everything they have experienced, they feel relief. The mystery of the stolen drawing has finally been solved, but one more surprise is still waiting for them. To be continued. The end. After Robert Greene is interested, Natalie, Alice, and Detective Smith return to Lauren Windsor Mansion. The Turner drawings are finally returned to their owner. Lauren Windsor is happy to have his valuable art collection back. However, he makes a surprising decision. Lauren announced that he will donate his entire art collection to the National Gallery. He believed that the painting will be safer there and that more people will be able to enjoy them. Mariana also decided to donate most of her comic collection to the Cartoon Museum. She wants to learn from her mistake and make a better choice. As a reward, Lauren offers £5,000 to Natalie and Alice. But to everyone's surprise, they politely refuse the money. Instead, they give the reward to Pete, the taxi driver who helped stop Robert Greene. Lauren smiled and promised that he has another surprise waiting for them. 1 week later, Natalie and Alice attend the opening of a new hall at the National Gallery. There, Lauren introduced them to Amelia, the museum director. Amelia offers Natalie a job as a curator at the National Gallery. It is a dream come true for Natalie. Then, Lauren has more good news. He tells Alice that he has spoken to the publisher, Raymond. They want Alice to write a novel about the mystery of the stolen drawing. Alice is excited because this is a wonderful opportunity for her career. Rather, during the celebration, a waiter quietly gives Natalie and Alice a map. Curious, they follow the map to a small room. Inside, they meet the mysterious man wearing the hat again. This time, he finally introduced himself. His real name is Adam. Some people also know him as Bernard. Adam invites Natalie and Alice to join a secret organization called the Historian Club. He gives each of them an invitation. Before the day ends, Detective Smith shares one final surprise. He tells Natalie and Alice that the Windsor family wants to thank them personally at the palace. What began as a simple holiday in London became an unforgettable adventure. Natalie and Alice solve a difficult mystery, recover the stolen drawing, help a family, and discover new opportunities for their future. And that is the end of the mystery of the stolen drawings. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy the story. My name is Sri Wulansari. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.